the big stories that, of course, is never going to get the proper attention that it should, is the fact that the Democrats have decided that they are not even going to bring the ban stock trading by Congress bill to the floor.
Although Osiris did make a really good point that the loophole in that, even if they were to bring that to the floor, is big enough to like that they could all fit through. So on the one hand, they're not bringing it to the floor, but on the other hand, even if they did, it wouldn't have any real teeth.
Yeah.
So it's just sort of pathetic all around. How's that?
Well, again, do we really give a damn about working people in the United States? And the answer is universally no, we don't. And of course, when you have these types of circumstances where, you're kind of looking at this from the perspective of, we really don't have a republic anymore. It's just kind of disintegrated into this full-fledged oligarchy, and those that have the ways and means get to control everything. Those of us that don't are not able to do anything about it. When they're rubbing it in your face like this, it's pretty damn bad. And so, the way I see it, and then I think the way you see it, is the more that it's put out in the open so blatantly, so deliberately, is how we're ultimately going to get the major change in this country that we need, because people need to use
hubris will ultimately be what kills them. It's sort of what always comes for the very, very elite, is that they can't build their moats wide enough. But when you see somebody like Nancy Pelosi being booed, which, by the way, if you're new, I believe that anybody who is a representative in any branch of government, quite honestly, and they act against the interest of the majority of people, that they should not get a moment's peace anywhere they go in public.
Oh, those are dangerous words you're saying.
No, I'm talking nonviolent. But like, if somebody wants to walk in behind Kristen Sinema into the bathroom while she's in the stall and talk to her because she refuses to hold office hours and speak to her constituents, then they should do that. I think that if you want to disrupt somebody like Ted Cruz's dinner, have at it. I think that people
I don't know why people think it's so controversial.
No, because they're worried about decorum. We're so far past that, people. We are so far past that. When everybody has their basic needs met, then I'll be happy to discuss about decorum.
And of course, when you're speaking about decorum, knowing that was such a major issue, where Senator McConnell came out and talked about how much he absolutely loves Senator Sinema. Now she's such a great Democrat. And that was wonderful thing. Listen, if Senator McConnell is talking about how great you are, it also means what a failure you are.
Well,
because the only thing that makes McConnell.
The question is, does he ultimately bite you on the neck and make you immortal? Because you don't want to be like Mitch McConnell. So.
No, you definitely don't. So if Mitch McConnell is saying that you're doing good politically, it means you are doing not bad politically. You are horrifically bad.
Well, it's like. Just not a good compliment. You got to know the source.
I can remember years ago when McConnell this was back in like 08, 09, and I can remember him crying because I think like some GOPer who was terrible was retiring. I can't tell you how much I love working with this man.
Can't believe that he can produce tears.
He's not human.
Well, that's why I'm so shocked he could produce tears.
What would you call him? You're like...
He's immortal.
Yeah, he's immortal,
he's
I guess.
He's like Crypt Keeper.
He is the Crypt Keeper. I am the Crypt Keeper.
He is the Crypt Keeper.
He is Crypt Keeper. He's just terrible. I mean, he really is. But of course, Senator Sinema is thinking about her long-term financial opportunities. And if she aligns herself with Mitch McConnell, she's definitely going to have him. And a courtesy vote down, remember, that's one thing that I always remember was when she was going to make that down vote about the $15 minimum wage. What was so amusing about that was the fact that she made a V line to McConnell to tap him and say hi when she was walking over to make the vote. Imagine having penis envy for Mitch McConnell. Of all people.
I just don't even want to hear that word in relation to Mitch McConnell.
Well, sorry.
That's just gross.
Yeah, no, terrible as it may be. But that, unfortunately, is the state of our politics as it stands today. We will talk at even more length regarding the current circumstances regarding, unfortunately, what is not going to turn into a vote on the floor, even though it should. One of the biggest reasons, of course, is our Congresswoman, Debbie Wasserman Schultz, was going to be a no vote on that. And everybody knows that. She's a consistent insider trader, has violated the Stock Act more times than one can count. If you're not following Unusual Whales on Twitter, that is an excellent account. We'll tell you exactly what all of these nefarious representatives are up to, especially ours. And so making sure that I know it's a.
I know, but you're
scaring you
a little bit. I don't like you flinging the pen around.
Well, no, I would not do that. And I would never hurt you with a pen. So I promise
you would just do it with your hands.
Oh, I can't do it. My hands are not strong enough.
So gross. They'll fall off. They'll break off.
Yeah, you have to think at this point he's like skin and bones.
No, he's just, he's so gross.
All right, if you want to convince me that there's any political representative that drinks blood in order to stay young or stay alive for that matter, Mitch McConnell would be number one on that list. Like he strikes me as somebody who will drink blood.
So gross.
He's the Grim Reaper. Oh, he drinks souls. He drinks your soul, right?
He's just so gross.
Yeah, he's gross. He's unfortunately one of the dying members of our horrific political establishment. But then again, we could always get a new political establishment that's really, really terrible.
Thanks for watching. If you want to support our mission to transform politics into service, please like this video, subscribe, follow us on social media, and consider joining our Patreon, where you'll get early access to our interviews as well as other exclusive content. Links are in the description. Peace out.